Hi, Kingdom. So I am going to start documenting my journey, my story, my history. Uh, I've been through, as I'm sure everyone has, their own story, their own journey. I've been through a lot, and God has been tugging on my heart to just put it out there. Um, Sometimes it is more difficult than others to expose your vulnerabilities, your weaknesses, your things that people would judge. So, this has been me procrastinating, me being afraid, uh, me not wanting to be judged, been putting this off a long time. But every step of the way, the answer is that I have to. God's let me know that this is something that I absolutely have to do, and that to let you guys know that you're not alone, um, that you're not stupid, maybe at some point, maybe a little vulnerable, um, but definitely not. I do carry a lot of weight on myself to blame myself for a lot of things that have transpired. I'm not innocent by any means. I made a lot of mistakes, and I'm here to expose those as well. I do have to be very mindful that right now I am in a custody situation with my ex-husband. So I do have to be mindful and keep very very aware of certain things that I say. But I have to do this. So I said that to start, so that whatever comments that you guys make, I will always, always thank you, and I will always acknowledge that I'm not perfect, and I never proclaim or ever proclaim to be perfect. And so here we go. So I was in a 21-year relationship, maybe 22-year relationship uh, with a man that at the time I didn't realize and I didn't know. But what I now understand to be, and what I now understand the terminology to be, I knew something wasn't all the way right. I knew that there was something off. I knew that there was something deep within. I now understand and I now see. And what I realize about life is, and when you're in a relationship with someone, that when you are actually in it, you don't, even though it's chaotic, it's crazy, it's unbalanced, it's toxic, it's roller coaster, When you're in it, it's hard sometimes. You know something's wrong, but when you're actually going through it and you're in it, you don't understand it all. Everything doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. So I say that to say that I was in a 22-year relationship with what I now understand to be a malignant, sometimes covert, narcissist. Also definitely has some psychopathic tendencies. There's so many other characteristics. Definitely bipolar. Definitely a lot of other medical terms that have never been diagnosed. But when you live with someone for a long time, you know, you can tell, and you know if something is off balance, something isn't correct. If they have abandonment issues, if they have childhood trauma, all of these things come into play. So I am going to absolutely do my best to touch and reveal and expose a lot of what transpired in that time. I have a lot of different stories. I have a lot of different events that took place. And 22 years later, I am happily divorced. With a smile on my face, I can tell you I am happily divorced. It was not an easy journey, but I'm standing strong. I lost 100 pounds, and I'm keeping my weight off 2 years later. I still have my weight off. I'm very happy about that. So something really amazing, lots of amazing things came out of getting divorced, and not having this toxic person in my life anymore. So this is my introduction to what is to come. Hold on tight. There are so many different events that happened that I can't explain it. I can only tell you what happened, and if you decide that you need to judge, then okay, I understand that exposing myself and the relationship and the relations involved and the people involved, I understand that everyone has an opinion. So I get it. Now when I hear of people going through these types of situations and relationships and situationships, whatever they may be, before I would always say, hang in there, continue to pray, tell God what you want, and try to make your relationship work. But I'm here to tell you today, July 20th of 2021, some relationships you can't pray through. Some relationships you can't change. You can only change yourself. Some relationships will never get better. Some relationships actually will get worse, especially when you're dealing with a toxic narcissist. It will get worse as they get older. These are the truth of what happens as they get older. Uh, so stay tuned. I am going to do my best while I'm on lunch to bring to you it raw, uncut, unfiltered, all the madness, all the disgustingness, all of the shenanigans, all of the sad truth and reality to what I went through, what my kids went through, and what I'm still going through to this day. But I will say this, regardless of where I am today and where I was 2 years ago, I'm going to pick here, today, now, single, happy, divorced, liberated, exonerated, emancipated today. There is no place that I'd rather be than here right now. Well, yeah, there are some places, but that time will come. But I am happily single currently, and I am happy with myself. I wake up and I thank God every day. And if it wasn't for God, and if it wasn't for His grace and His mercy and His love and His kindness and His patience and His understanding and His wisdom to get me to this point, I wouldn't be here today. I thought at some point that I was coming unglued. I thought, which is what they do when they discard you, I thought that I was dying internally. I thought that my life was ending. But that's what the enemy wants you to think. The enemy wants you to think that you're nothing without them. The enemy wants you to think that you can't go on unless you have them. The enemy wants you to think that your chapter, your story is over when they walk out. The enemy wants you to think that you can't go on without them, that you need them, when the truth is, it's the complete opposite. They need you. But I stand here today no longer being a victim. I'm a victor. And I stand here today happily understanding that I have control over my own life and that I am the one that gets to decide who I'm going to allow in my life and what type of behavior I'm going to allow and accept in my life. So, no matter what the enemy throws, I'm going to duck, I'm going to dodge, I'm going to pray through. But I know that this is no sweeter place than where I am right now, which is exonerated, happy, at peace, loving myself, enjoying my life. I wouldn't have it any other way than where I am today. So stay tuned. Lots of excitement to come. Lots of crazy stories that now I look back. This is what I was saying earlier. When you're in it, you can't understand. You don't get it. It doesn't make sense. It's chaotic, but it it's normal. It doesn't make sense, but it's normal. It's normal to have arguing every day. No, that's not normal. It's normal for someone to find and nitpick the silliest little things and do things to get you upset, and then stand back after they've stirred the pot, and then fold their hands and then look at you, because they've gotten you into that mental space of now whatever they've done, you're reacting to it. So now they stand back and they look and they say, you're crazy. They call you crazy. Yeah, you are crazy. You're crazy because you have allowed them to get you to that space. And I'm talking about myself. I allowed this person to manipulate, to control, to damage, to start conflict. I didn't realize that that's what they were doing. I just thought there was something mentally wrong. Yes, there is something mentally wrong, but it goes a lot deeper into the surface. Deeper than the deepest ocean can go. This person has... My daughter told me the other day, because I still pray for him. My daughter told me the other day, 12 years old, Mom, stop praying for him. I said, what? She said, stop praying for him. He's never going to change. He's never going to change. A 12-year-old can identify and see and understand that this type of person has no desire to change. This type of person has no growth or development within themselves to do the work, to work on himself, to not do the things that he's doing and that I'm sure he's continuing to do. So I'm so excited to do this today. I'm so excited. I've been putting this off for such a long time. And I want to say a special thanks to Latoya Okia. I apologize. And then there's another young lady on TikTok. I'll get her name. But they have inspired me to put my journey down. I am on my way. Hopefully when this is all said and done, and I have lots of hours of documentation, that then my journey is being a life coach and helping people get through where I went through, and knowing that they are worthy. You are worthy. You are loved. You are cherished. You are amazing. You are wonderful. You are beautiful. You are smart. You are witty. You are funny. You have great character. You are special. You are part of the kingdom. Treasure kingdom. That's where you are. And know that and understand that and accept it and love it and embrace it every day. Every day. Get up every day and thank God. Thank the Almighty, the wonderful person, the wonderful spirit that lives within you. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God for where you are today. I thank God for where I am today. Where I was 2 years ago, I'm not that same person anymore. Thank God. Where I was 5 years ago, thank God. That part of my life is over. I buried it. It's in a grave, never to be risen again. And I'm so grateful and so thankful. So, welcome to Treasure Kingdoms, my documentation, my journey, my chronicles, my stories, everything. Raw, uncut, unfiltered. But I'm going to leave you with this. God's blessings are overflowing abundantly, above and beyond. They are pressed down, shaken up, and running over. And that is where I am today. And I just want to encourage you to live in that mindset that everything that is coming to you are blessings, shaken up, pressed down, and running over. And accept that every day, no matter how big or small. So tomorrow I will begin and I will start telling you some stories and encouragements and so on. So blessings, kingdom. You are loved and you are great.